Welcome to episode 2 of season 1 of Racing Stewards. This is a complete chain reaction mess. So this Ferrari, so let's focus on this blue Ferrari in the front first. So he goes off track, it happens, and then he rejoins like this to the middle of the track, to the actual racing line. So he closed off the apex for this McLaren. So it was a very eager and anxious rejoin by the Ferrari, and this started a chain reaction. So the McLaren is braking here. He saw the event. He could brake earlier. He saw this at this point. He could just slow down a bit, but I can understand why he didn't. He started to brake here and to try to avoid the blue Ferrari. That's great. The Ferrari should have waited, should have slowed down more. He went to the middle of the track, right on the racing line. So the rejoin was not perfect, and this was the first thing to be faulty of. So Ferrari did badly here, just with he was eager not to lose positions. I can understand that, but next time slow down, lose a couple of positions, and let the people take the apex. So McLaren brakes. He brakes a little bit too late. But what you're gonna do? And he pit maneuvers the Ferrari trying to get to the apex. So two different situations here. So the Ferrari did a bad rejoin. That's a given. It was a bad rejoin. It could have been worse. It was a bad rejoin, and then McLaren could have broken earlier. He didn't, and ended up pit maneuvering the Ferrari. I don't see bad intent on any people. I don't see in either. Neither of them had bad intent. I'm quite sure of that. It was just a bad reaction, starting with the bad rejoin by the Ferrari, and then just a little bit of an eager move from the McLaren. So next time, Ferrari try to do a better rejoin, and McLaren just be a little bit more preemptive on your decisions, and everything should be fine. I don't see bad intent on either. I'm on the fence calling this a racing incident because one was taken out and the other went through, but I don't see any bad intent on either. Just next time, Ferrari, take care on the rejoin, and next time, McLaren, be more preemptive on your decisions. Orange BMW asks, is he at fault? So this is the guy who's asking, this orange BMW. So this is Red Bull Ring right after T3. I don't know why they call it T3. Do we still call it T3? Doesn't matter. So they go, it's a right-hander, it's a hairpin, and then it's downhill, and this happens. So he exits faster than this guy, than the Mustang. Okay, so that's fine. And they go downhill. So there's space for both. Man, there is space for both. Come on, there's space for both, for sure. If you check the line here, let's watch the incident. And you know what happens from there. So there's space for both. And from this point on, just check the line, the line on the left-hand side. The BM is following the line. He has nowhere to go, and he's already ahead of the Mustang, right? So he's already ahead. The Mustang sees him on this left side. Even he has only one monitor that he's there, and the spotter is calling his left. The radar shows him his left. So Mustang is fully aware that the BMW is there. So the BMW goes through the line. He has nowhere to go. The Mustang gives him a first tap. Okay, everything's okay. It's not necessary, but it happened. And then he does a second tap to the left. It's clear. He's clearly swivels to the left and takes the BMW out. So this is very bad sportsmanship from the blue Mustang. Very, very bad sportsmanship from the Mustang. The BMW did nothing wrong. He was going straight down the hill, and the Mustang just thought that he was being too annoying and give him a couple of taps. The first tap, I mean, it was not good, but I mean, one tap, you can live with that. The other taps, they were just too aggressive and completely unnecessary. Mustang next time needs to do much better and calm your nerves. Lawson versus Alonso vibes on Miami this weekend. So the user, which is this Oscar driver, asks, should he have backed off? Yeah, man, you were not entitled to take that space. You were a full car behind. The guy was a full car ahead. you were not entitled to put your nose there. You screwed your race because you had no front ring on the next corner. I am sure you're going to hit the wall the next time you try to turn. There we go, going ahead, and your race is over. And the other guy's race is over also probably. So yeah, you were not entitled to put your nose there. There was not space for you. You were not entitled to do that. This is similar what Lawson did. Similar, not the same thing because Lawson was off track, but you were not entitled to do that. Just next time, you should back off. Gran Turismo user asks, the Porsche, I mean, I don't even know how to intro this one. So the yellow Nexus is the one who's making the question, because the yellow Nexus got a complaint from the Porsche that the Porsche got pushed. I saw this a few times and I don't see, well, you see what I mean. You see Spa, right? Yellow Lexus doing fine. Right-hander. The next one is a very long right-hander. He sees the space, he gets there, he turns right, and Porsche swivels, and Lexus takes it home. I mean, is the Porsche complaining about... The Porsche is complaining about what, man? It was so clean, so solid, so pure. What is there to complain about? What? User asks, should I protest this? So our victim here is this black BMW. Any audio? Well, doesn't seem like it. And I think it's quite obvious what the answer is. Yeah, let's watch this again. And again. There we go. Black BMW goes to the pits and gets brutally taken out by the guy who was probably just following him blindly. There's audio here. There's audio. There's sound. Let me see. Oh, there is. So there you go. The black BMW tries to go to the pits and just gets murdered by a guy who is just following him. Is this protestable? Well, every situation is protestable. The thing is what are the expected results? And the expected results are that the stewards of iRacing are going to tell her that it's just incompetence from this guy. No big of a deal. So it was a caddy, right? Let me see. It's a Cadillac, right? The one that takes the other one out. I'm bad at this, detecting cars at a distance. Wasn't there a wheel view? Yeah, it's a Cadillac. So the driver of the caddy just went completely incompetence mode and followed him to the pits. And that happened. Should you protest this? Well, you can. Again, you have that. You are entitled to do that, but it's not going to happen nothing to this guy. It was just pure incompetence, and that's just the end of the story there. Did anyone say racing incident, but it hurts? So this is to Mazda's racing, and this happened. So the yellow gets the inside line, and he was trying to cover the apex. It's fine. Then the green is going to do this, and this happens. So they are basically side by side. All right. I don't see any harm doing on either one. Yes, yellow had nowhere to go. Yes, green could have given him a little bit more space, okay? But this was last lap, last corner, so they were fighting for the win, okay? So yellow cuts there. Yellow is... was yellow going to make it? I'm not sure. And green just, and tries to get the best line possible. So yellow tried to cover, green tried to get the best exit possible. I call this a racing incident. I don't see any bad doing, especially on the green. He was just trying to get the win, and yellow gets the worst part of it. Hopefully he gets P2, and green gets the win apparently. So this is a racing incident, but yes, I feel the pain of the yellow car. I've been there. It hurts, but I don't see any harm doing on either one. Should you protest? You can always protest, of course. That's a tool that is always available to you. But will this be considered bad intent or intentional wrecking or blocking? No. You guys were fighting for the win, for less corners. You got the short straw. It happens, it hurts, it's tough. But this is a racing incident. You guys were just fighting for the win, and this happened. Yes, I know green could have taken a little bit more space to the left, Yes, that was possible, of course, but it was just fighting and racing, and it happened. It's tough for the yellow. I feel you. You probably cursed a lot. I can feel the pain from here, but this is clearly a racing incident. It could be avoided, but it's a racing incident. This is actually a good situation here. This is actually a good situation. So, if not mistaken, one of these cars, I don't remember, is it the white or the red? Let me see. So, okay. So this white car, this white Mazda is going to overshoot and just cross this and cross the line. You'll see what I mean. You just wham, ka-chow, pra-pow, and finishes the race. So this was the last lap, last corner, and he cut everything. So yeah, he got a black flag. He had to serve the penalty, but the race ended right here. So in immediate results will show you that he finished whatever position he finished, P1 or something apparently. But in the race results, he should be put at least to last or something of those lines, depending on the penalty. So in most situations, you have 3 laps to serve a penalty, a black flag. But here he was probably going to serve some type of slowdown or something of that sort. Well, bottom line, he was going to serve a penalty. He has a penalty to serve. He will not. He must not finish in this. Sorry, he will not finish in this position. But since the race ended here, the immediate race results will show him as the position he finished. But if you check the results on the GUI on your interface, he should be shown as last or close to that. If this guy does not get the penalty by the system, you should protest that, because they will then review it and put it where it belongs. Okay? So, is this protestable? Yes. Is this legal? No. So, in the end results, after you leave the sim and just go to the GUI and open the results, you should be shown as going close to last or even last. If that does not happen, you should protest this, and the stewards will put him back on his right position. Yeah. The guy in front asks, did I squeeze the other guy too much? So there's a pink V and a white V, Laguna Seca, great race, great combo. This is the last turn on the left. Now it says full throttle from there on, and people tend to get close to the wall to get the faster line, which is fine. So the pink car, as you can see, the pink car is just going, and then the wheels hook here. So the wheels get, the pink is going straight, but the wheels at this point get hooked. A little bit of netcode also from iRacing, not in a bad way, but they get hooked, and they get glued, and they turn one another. So the pink car asks, did he squeeze? No, he did not. He was going straight. He was taking the racing line. So there were no sudden moves, no sudden wheel turns. He was just starting to go downhill like expected, going closer to the wall, and the white V was way too anxious. So no, the pink car did nothing wrong. He was just going out his way. The white car had the whole right side of the track to go there. He decided to go to the smaller space. He went to the gap that did not exist, because, well, the gap exists, but he took it the wrong way. Even if the white car tried to take that gap a little bit better, he was, well, in very simple terms, the white caused the crash. He had lots of space to the left, he had lots of space to the right, and decided to do this the worst way possible. So the pink V had the right of way. He was in front. He was just taking his line without any sudden moves. He was just going downhill without any sudden moves, no surprise moves, no swivels of the steering wheel, just going straight, and the whites just took the worst approach possible. Who's at fault? Red. Oh, multi-class GT3s never change. So this is the POV of the Stang on Imola, and he's about to get overtaken by a hypercar. And let's see if the GT3 behaves as the best way possible. There we go. And bam. Okay. You guys get the gist of this. So to this point, GT3 was fine. The hypercar was coming in really fast. And the hypercar, maybe the hypercar did not choose the best moment, because after this left-hander there's a big straight, so the hypercar had a much better opportunity to pass the GT3 in a much cleaner way. But the GT3 was kind of slow in this section, so I kind of get it. The hypercar goes off, so the hypercar goes off here. He just climbs the curbs and just eats the sausages and eats the sleeping policeman, whatever you want to call it, and just goes straight. So I think this is kind of a little bit of a joint responsibility. But mainly the hypercar was too eager here. He had, after this left-hander, he had a big straight. He had lots of time to take this GT3 cleanly, but he prefers to climb the curb, eat the curb, fly through the flying policeman. The hypercar would never make this corner. The car was just flying on a flying policeman. It was just completely out of control, and this happens. It's the responsibility of the hypercars, of the faster cars, to make safe overtakes. This was not a safe overtake. This was not a safe overtake from the hypercar. He just climbed the curb there was no need to do that. If you look at the mirrors, I don't see any hypercars chasing, so he could just slow down a little bit and just take this long straight and overtake the GT3. So why make this so very aggressive climb here? Eat the flying policeman. He will never make this corner. He's flying, as you can see, the wheels are off the track, so he would never make this turn successfully. So the hypercar needs to be more patient, and next time do a better overtake of the GT3s or any other slower cars. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment. It will help us all to grow, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.